Right, greetings everybody. It is Umber Rays here today to talk about Wotv. Yes, I've done a Swords of Kambalaria video recently, and I hope everybody enjoyed it. I should probably do a few more of those videos about that game and its current state and everything, roughly about, what it's been. It's just been over 60 days since that game has come out. But besides a bunch of stuff that I want to do this month, to do with Rebirth videos and some Halloween game videos, which I think would be quite fun to do, I'm here today to specifically talk about Wotv, and specifically about a current thing that is going on JP, which is the raid. The raid is going and has been going for a few days now. We have about 4-ish days left. And yeah, the Halloween unit will be announced somewhere in that period of time, if there is a Halloween unit, of course. Now, I'm not here to complain about rare raids or rates or stamina, or even belittle the fact that, raiding is better now than it used to be. What I am here to actually talk about is what seems to be a continuing trend of content just not really working anymore. And that has to do with this announcement of basically raid quest creation of rooms, as well as just trying to do the raid quest, has resulted in a lot of slowdown. And when I say slowdown, I mean that your experience of trying to make this can be just endless in trying to make a raid room, even when you are just doing it by yourself. Like if you go in here and just click, screw it, I'm just going to do it on my own. Sometimes you get this essentially kind of experience where it's essentially what it should be, normal, and it works just fine. But then sometimes, and I doubt it'll work for this video, I wasn't particularly interested in trying 100,000 times, but sometimes it just hangs and completely hangs up or crashes the app. And I have to say that this is potentially problematic. Hey, look, it's actually just doing it. And it's been going on for the last few days, and this is frustrating. I try and be fair when the devs do cool stuff and when they do awesome stuff like the Final Fantasy Tactics collaboration and whatnot, and that's all good. But I do think it's really embarrassing when we effectively have content that we've done since pretty much the game is launched, and it just doesn't work properly anymore. And this wouldn't be so egregious, and I wouldn't be talking about this if it wasn't, a continuing pattern where it seems like a lot of content, guild battle, arena, and some, other content just has these problems lately. And it's interesting to think what might be causing it too. I do think that there are a bunch of people who came back for the re-release of Tactics and the upgrade of Tactics because it was a general pretty good event. It's still going on, but it's a net positive for everybody in the community, not just whales. And that's really, really good. That's just good. But it might have brought back a bunch of people after Wotv has been significantly reducing the amount of server capacity they have, where they're just like, we just don't have as many players as we used to, so let's cut down on our costs, which is something Wotv has been doing, and essentially cut down on the amount of server time. And you know what? I'm generally fine with it. It does probably show that the game really has no plans of growing in the future. But then all of a sudden a bunch of people come back because of a major thing and decide to stick around for a little bit, because why not? Short-term nostalgia, if that's even a thing. And then you get this server spike that is causing actual issues in the server. It could be that. It could just be bad programming, where we just don't get that many raids anymore and somebody's forgotten how to do it, or something has changed in the core programming since the last raid that has screwed up this. Either way, it's a thing that Global might want to be aware of in case it does happen there, as kind of a heads up. So this could be still a problem when the game rolls around, or hopefully they will have it fixed if they can even figure out what is causing the issue. I don't know. But the other thing I wanted to talk about is not precisely this raid, because it is just another raid and not a particularly very interesting one from where I'm sitting. Golem is kind of annoying. He casts Protect and Shell on himself. He can cast a bunch of different stuff when he gets his first turn, and that is going to be a little bit annoying for some people trying to do this raid as efficiently as possible, because of course it is geared towards newer units that are capable of like just dispelling a bunch of stuff. So there's things there, but what I wanted to talk about is a quality of life. That's right, 5 minutes in. I'm 6 minutes in. I'm actually going to talk about the actual thing here. The quality of life that we've been promised for, I don't even know how long anymore, but essentially was supposed to be that you could set up a auto completion for raids, where it would just, you know, you get 20 raids and you can just kind of background farm, or I think it was supposed to be background farming. Maybe they've changed it a little bit. Be essentially like, oh well, now you just set it up and it will just constantly auto go, but you still have to leave the app open, which would be fine. Actually, I don't really think negatively of either of these situations, whatever the final product turns out to be. But it does feel a little bit like the carrot on the stick that they are just constantly dangling in front of us. And as raids have become less and less regular things, they've kind of just keep going. Like it's one of those things where like one person is working on it for 1 hour a week so that they can keep saying, yeah, we are going to do it, we are going to do it, we are going to do it. But it's just like there's very little to no effort actually being put in to complete it. And that wouldn't surprise me. That really wouldn't surprise me. You do see these kind of things from a bunch of different games where it's just like, oh yeah, we're working on it, and they're really just like the most bare minimum thing. Not that they're lying, because as soon as you find out that one of these places is lying, they get tarred, feathered, and savagely beaten. And you know, rightly so. But I am kind of curious at this point which will happen first. This raid system that has kind of just always been on the docket of, no, we'll do it eventually, and it's like, what will at this point happen? Will it be is it just going to be an end of service bonus prize for everybody who does stick around through the last few months of fledgling life of this game, or is it actually going to be a thing that they really do have an intention of getting out? And it bugs me of this, like, the quality of life has ran dry for such a long time now. And I'm just sitting here thinking to myself, with all the other things that we've gotten, what did happen to this? What is going on? Will we ever see it? And really quickly, I am talking, I'm just trying to find the last producer letter, because the producer letters have truly turned into an absolute bag of nothing, where they basically say what we already know and to look forward to whatever the next thing is coming up, and that's it. But yeah, like upcoming for October is unit development. You'll be able to awaken and break through units limits all at once, which sure, okay. But future updates, formation, quests, guilds, match battles, guild raids, fighting continuously, the number of actions will be displayed with more sortie. Or has it just disappeared forever? An expansion of party formations. Like, some of these things have just been on the docket for so long that I don't even know anymore. I feel nothing. Oh, never mind. It is listed. It's still listed under quests as an auto loop function we've added for multi-quests and raid quests, and I feel like at this point the 30-year plan might be more believable than this. Anyway, drop in the comments below what you think about this whole situation, and like obviously this isn't meant to be too terribly negative, but it is kind of something that you just have to laugh at, because at this point, bloody silly. Anyway, thanks so much for watching. Take care. Probably gonna do some more swords videos, some more Halloween stuff, and of course, Rebirth out the wazoo for the next little while. And I think that Final Fantasy VII playthrough, I will drop it with the audio that is in it. I hope it's okay. And a little bit later down the line, I will just be recording with the new audio setup, which everybody seems to like. So anyway, thanks so much for watching. Take care. See you later.